Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Fakes a handoff here. Corral. He hits his target. Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Good position to be in here, second and inches. Corral on second down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do some. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been four-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Back to Walker on first down. And some space here. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. Off play action. Here's Corral. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Corral looking to throw it. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Seahawks 7, Chargers 9. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. A first carry Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Chargers had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Here's Walker to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 49 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. Play action, Corral. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
A quick throw out to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands and see how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Play action here. Corral out to his left. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so it's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. After the sack on first down, Herbert under pressure, they got him again. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chargers, nothing.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Completes it to Dixon. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Corral.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go for the 40.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Third down, Corral. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. With that, he matches his receiving yards from a week ago. We still have more than a half a football to play. It's a first down.
Corral sets up play action.
flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Corral. The ball comes out, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came out lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. 3rd and long. Corral. He's got his tight end Fant.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Chargers, nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 79 yards.
And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. And a short return to the 6-yard line. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 82 yards. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
From the gun, Corral.
This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant from a yard out.
And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead.
Lutt's good on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Chargers 6.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that is incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now
Corral, 3rd and 2.
And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Corral throwing out wide, complete.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Number 81. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
And Corral will throw it.
He's going to wind up and air it out toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. 1st down. Here's Corral with it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
On 3rd down, Corral
sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Corral sets up play action.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Seahawks 35. Chargers 6.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Corral from the gun on third down.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 37 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Chargers 6. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Corral, another throw on 2nd down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Good protection there on 3rd down. This is just a simple flip to his tight end outside the numbers. And he's able to haul it in and pick up the 1st down.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
On the play fake, Corral.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
to throw, 1st and 10.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone.
Here we go.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Play action. It's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Terry.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
It's Williams here for the catch on the comebacker.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Dancing to his left. Out left, he's got it to Everett. But I think the ball's out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He's going to get this complete here to lock it.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Corral.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Corral throwing for it.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
On 1st down, Corral.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th. putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
One last throw here for Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Seahawks, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1.